to talk about I can't and I won't. Two different ways of approaching resistance in our students. Here at Kenrick-Glennon Seminary, what we try to do, and we spend a lot of time doing this, primarily because of the developmental lags that we see in our populations. But what we're trying to do here in human formation is to help launch our students into adulthood. We want them to become less dependent, more independent, and ultimately interdependent in a very healthy way. But we encounter a lot of lags in our students, as many of you know, and again, this is an observation shared throughout seminary population, that there are lags in emotional intelligence, social skills, coping skills, and we really want our men to be able to open up and to be able to tell us who they are. We understand in the field of psychology and in the field of spirituality that our relationships build on our identity. So it's very important for us to encounter our men and to know who they are. And anyone who's worked with young people knows that there comes that time where we kind of throw up our hands and we say, he's resistant. He won't tell us who he is. He doesn't want to talk about it. What do we do with resistance? And, you know, I want to say something about resistance specifically, because resistance in the field of psychology is just another behavior. It's just another behavior, and we work with it, and we decide how we can approach it. So this brings us to my original topic. I can't and I won't. Resistance simply is a communication from the other that says one of those two things. I can't do this, or I won't do this. We talk about this when we talk about identity. Can I tell you who I am? Do I have the skills and the abilities to be able to do that? Will I tell you who I am? Should I tell you who I am? That's the won't part of this situation. So when we look at motivation and we look at our students and we look at trying to understand who they are, we can break this into two areas. If we're meeting with what we call resistance, we're not in a dead end. This is a great opportunity to lean in and to understand our students a little bit better. So we spend a lot of time at Kenrick-Glennon Seminary talking about I can't or I won't in our observations of students. When we say I can't, oftentimes what we mean is that I do not know how to do that. I do not have the skills. And when we say I won't, what we really are saying is there must be some kind of obstacle there that is not allowing my motivation or my will to go forward with this behavior. Oftentimes, the I won't is about family of origin rules. I was working with a student not too long ago who encountered some difficulty with his father. It was around an area of addiction. And the student found out some information that he wasn't happy to find out about, and he immediately went back to the family rule. The family rule that said, this is embarrassing. We don't share this. We don't talk about family issues outside of the home. So he found himself kind of hunkering down, dealing with all of these issues by himself. But he remembered, we had talked about this. We had talked about family rules and dysfunctional rules that are not healthy and holy for us. So what he decided to do was to act contrary to that family rule, to not be embarrassed about what his father was involved in, and to seek help and information outside of the family. And it was a very, very fruitful encounter for him. That's an example of overcoming I won't. Overcoming I can't is simply about teaching skills. It's an opportunity for them to learn things. How do I discuss problems? How do I express my feelings? Many of our students are telling us we didn't do that in our family. I don't know how to talk about feelings. I don't know how to talk about a problem. I don't know how to give someone reinforcement. I don't know how to do those things. So I just want us all to keep in mind that it's a very important thing to deal with resistance. It's a tremendous opportunity to help our students. And you know, one of my professors in the field of psychology once said to me, and I guess you would know this reference if you are a suburbanite, but what he said is that resistance is not a dead end, it's a cul-de-sac.